Alright, this time I am going to show you step by step on how to do the advanced strategy that no matter what price does, you will still be profitable. Price can drop 99% and you will still not lose a single dollar. But price can go up 1,000,000% and you will not make any extra money. In the last video, I shared with you the theory of the advanced strategy, and if you haven't seen that video, please go watch it first so you have a better understanding of what I am going to be talking about. I gotta repeat, I am not asking you to buy into crypto. I am not suggesting that you should put money into crypto. There is a risk that you will lose everything as I did in the past. Please watch the previous video to understand why that was the case. I am going to be using Binance as an example here, but I am not asking anyone to put money into Binance. I am not suggesting that it is a good platform. I'm just using it as an example. You can do this on OKX, you can do this on Kraken. As long as there are futures on that platform, you can trade it. I am using Binance as an example, as a neutral position. Again, I am not asking anyone to put into Binance. It is under the MAS watch list suggesting that people do not use it. So be careful. But without further ado, I'm going to head straight to the computer right now and show you exactly how this works. Alright, so welcome back. I am on the desktop right now. I'll put it somewhere. This is the spot Bitcoin price. This is the futures Bitcoin price. Can you see the difference here? The futures, which expires on the 28th of June, is trading at $72,000, whereas Bitcoin itself is trading at $69,000. So we have about a $3,000 difference right here as of today. Now this price fluctuates based on demand and supply. It is not static, it's based on demand and supply. As you can see, spot is moving very, very fast. There's a lot of buy and sells, whereas price on the futures are quite stagnant. Now I'm going to re-explain what contango is one more time. In this example, you can see futures, in this case, is priced above spot. In this case, it's $90, here it's $60. But once it expires, right, as time goes forward, the price of the futures will match the spot price, which means in the future, if price stays the same, if Bitcoin does not move a single dollar, this futures will move down to $69,539. So if you were to short one contract right now, and we just let price play out, you will pocket the difference between the 72,000 and 69,000 as long as you hold the contract till the 28th of June this year. Now, I have already opened up one just as an example. I opened it up right here when it was at 69,000, I think. And we can see that for my spot, I entered in at 66,000 roughly. So at the end of the day, I have about $3,300 worth of difference right here. On the 28th of June, both the futures and Bitcoin spot will be of the same price and I'll pocket the difference. So I bought this as an example a couple days ago, and you can see that even though price went up 66,000, now it's trading at 69,000. And I shorted at 69,000 and now price has gone up to 72,000. So I lost money on my short. But guess what? I made money on my long. Net, I did not lose anything because I'm shorting Bitcoin and longing Bitcoin at the same time. I only make the difference between these two. Now, how are you going to execute this? Number one, let's see what's the size of one contract. So one contract is 100 USD. So I'm going to use $100,000 as an example. If you want to execute this strategy with, let's say, $100,000, number one, you will buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. Okay. And in this case, it's going to be 1.4357. So you may be thinking, why not just buy 1,000 contracts? Well, the problem is 1,000 contracts is not the equivalent of 1.435 Bitcoin because remember, this is much higher. And if you want to remain in a delta neutral position, you need to short the same number of Bitcoin in contracts. And so you would change this to BTC and you will copy this number and put it here. It will tell you 1,433 contracts. Okay, but let's assume not everyone is going to be putting $100,000 in. Let's say it's your first time trying something like this. You're only putting in, let's say like $500. Yeah, let's just assume. Okay, so let's just say right now we are executing this strategy step by step. Number one, let's say 500. We are going to buy 500 Bitcoin. Let's copy this number. Let's paste it here and leave it here first. Okay, we head over to a new tab. Let's head over to our dashboard. We head over to our assets. Let's press futures. We will click transfer. Now we want to transfer from our fiat spot over to our CoinM futures. Alright, so let's assume that this is 500 Bitcoin. We'll just transfer all of it in. Now our margin account, which is our futures, will have some margin available, right? And then we copy and paste this here, and it says 5 contracts. So let's swap over the contracts. We key in 5, and then we would sell. Of course, mine's not going to go through. My limit price is ridiculous, so it won't go through. And that is basically how you do the strategy. Now that I've shown you the step-by-step, that's not it. You need to understand how this strategy actually works as well.